Time for the quarterfinals for the men to kick off. Rookie Griffin Colapinto taking on Tahiti's own Michel Bourez in rippable conditions at Karamas. Joe Turpel with Martin Potter for the call. Big wind-up to kick off with a big punt. Colapinto stomps that thing out the back. But the message is clear. His weapon is above the lip, and he's going to flex that against the Spartan. It has been so powerful, well-barreled up into the final series here, and looks like he's putting himself in position to answer. Incomplete for Griffin, so he's looking to take the lead here with a barrel ride. Michel Bourez comes out. Clean frontside carve. Inside track, he'll just drive through one more time. End section, belts it. Fights his way through to the finish. Still hot all week long.
Picking up where he left off yesterday, Joe. Just slotting himself into the barrel and driving through that section. Front row seat for Griffin. And there's that trademark big hooking maneuver for Michel Bourez. Both guys making it quite clear what they're actually going to do. Griffin's going to go to the air to try and beat Michel. Michel is going to try and outpower the rookie on tour. And look at this. A beautiful tube ride for Michel Bourez. And there is that trademark slashing turn he's been using to great success. Took him to the finals here the last time they had a professional event, Joe.
Griffin's turn to drive back. Looks like he's going off the bottom hard. Big tail whip, slides out. So two futuristic maneuvers for Colapinto. Still yet to pull it off, but plenty of time. This heat already firing. So Bourez was knocked out. Now looks like he wants payback against the Grom on tour. Griffin just freestyling. Finds a little inside track. Another big windup. Tail high reverse off the roof. Completion. Now a little bonus section to show his aerial antics above the lip. Forces the rotator again. A smart head on his shoulders. Already knows the judges are going to really reward those high-performance maneuvers. He's banking on the fact that he might be the only one going for moves like that in this heat.
Yep. Well, I think he is, Joe. I mean, Michel's going to stick to his guns. He's going to do what's been working, and so is Griffin. Beautiful spin right there. Comes out nice and clean. A little bit of downtime, and then goes again. So Griffin making it quite clear he's going to use the air game to try and unhinge the Spartan. Beautiful bottom turn, connects nicely with the lip, pokes the nose in and spins around. It wasn't a super high one. I'm not seeing that score go up into that 7-point range where Michel Bourez's wave is, but Griffin is going to light it up. This is going to be a free serve session.
Choreographing a good heat, 2 waves ridden, 2 scores, and priority in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think as I've moved through the event, I've just worked on tightening things up, and I'm happy with where it's getting to in terms of heat structure, but yeah, it feels strong.
Colapinto under priorities, taking a look at this little stretched out wall. Had a 5.33 on his wave before. That one just a little too deep.
It's amazing. I mean, I love the fact he's looking at these little ones, Joe. Why not?
He's proved to almost be unbeatable at Karamas. Watching him take off here with priority. Sliding right into the barrel. He's disappearing for a moment, punching free. Back to turns. Clean wrap in the pocket, driving through a similar maneuver. And just showing off that power game once again for Michel Bourez. 2 waves quickly, 2 keepers. Here was 16 minutes to go.
Yeah, well, that's what he does. A smaller, more technical tube, but then lighting it up at the end. So not a bad wave there for Michel Bourez, backing up that 7.67. You can see there, tucking in nice and tight, comes out, fading into that next maneuver. So perfect read on this wave for Michel Bourez. And there's that, just that aggression that, I mean, totally unmatched in the sport of surfing in my eyes, Joe. Again, can see him further up the board using that rocker to slow himself down. I like that, the way he came out of that fading, which put him in a perfect spot to unleash a couple of big turns. So Michel Bourez reading this wave absolutely perfect. Maybe not up in that 7.6 range, but a great backup nonetheless.
But now the rookie on tour is in a great position to fall out of the sky right into the pit. Perfect line, Colapinto into daylight. Wrapping cutback, little layback chip on the inside corner. and just jams it shut on the final turn, getting priority at the right time. He was dreaming of his heat pulsing and getting one of the bigger waves of the day when he needed it the most.
After a 6.17, literally kicking himself for using his priority, but how do you know when they're coming through? Griffin sliding in beautifully and coming out nice and clean into that beautiful wrap. So Griffin Colapinto finding an absolute Karama special and finishing strong. So this is going to be right up there with one of the best waves of the heat. Look at that, just maximizing his time in the barrel. Maybe not getting as big a rebound as he would have liked, but just needing to finish it off. Smart surfing for Griffin, not really pushing the issue, Joe, and then finishing strong. Completed the ride, which you've got to do to put those big scores on the board. But I love the takeoff. Straight into it. Look at that, nice and compressed. Draws the high line. Sitting on the foam ball, now slowing himself down just to spend as much time behind the curtain as humanly possible. And comes out nice and clean. So looking for an 8.51. This is going to be right about there, Joe. Beautiful cut back.
Now it's time for Michel Bourez to turn it and answer. Deep on the takeoff. Still driving. Bourez pops out the other end. Smaller wave, but put himself ultra deep. And always powering himself to get the completion there. Really just brings the shine of what it means to be on the Dream Tour. Everything is fresh for him, and he's turning in big numbers. What'd you like about Michel's win?
Well, it was a smaller one. I'm not liking it, Joe. I think Michel needs to wait now. He's got 2 good waves under his belt. I'd like to see him paddle out the back, get priority, drop that anchor, and wait for something special.
And his depth with maneuver choice on that second reverse move. Bourez now trying to fight back in this heat. Deep in the pit, ton of travel time. Puts his head down to power his way out. There's that classic body torque wrap, 2 of them through the inside. Wave's starting to get smaller, but he still has the power to extend the slide, and he'll get credit for an exciting finish.
I mean, does Michel Bourez ever not surf at 100%? I mean, every single maneuver, or screaming under the pressure as he slides into a nice little tube ride, gets some distance, and fights his way out of the end. Michel Bourez into that next maneuver. So he's got a bit of a theory going, hasn't he, Joe? Tube to maneuvers to drop those big scores. Needs to improve on a 6.17 to try and extend his lead. I think Griffin is looking for a lead change with that last wave, Joe, and I think he got it. But Michel Bourez now knowing he needs a score. Look at the positioning, the timing, everything else came into play right there. And then enough speed to come out and unleash a beautiful wrapping turn. So Michel Bourez trying to fight his way back.
Paddling out for the next heat. Cardoso's already getting excited. Now Griffin making a move, needing a 7.68 to steal the show. Big blowtail, nose pick reverse, but he can't hang on. 42 seconds to go. Michel Bourez will hold priority, and he'll be in a great position to shut this thing down.
And under 10 seconds, there's not going to be enough time for Griffin on the one behind.
Michel Bourez might as well get shacked into the semifinals. One of the most connected surfers to Karamas, from barrels to carves, and already a threat to take down the event. Unbelievable role in this contest, into the semifinals yet again. Remember, he made the final in 2013 as he eliminates Griffin Colapinto.